It's a bit slow to get started there in that 6 seconds in, but here we are. If people tune in, people can always skip ahead to get to the content if they're seeing this after it's posted. It's weird that it doesn't say that this is live now. It shows it there. It says 1 minute ago, but it doesn't show it as live. But it did say that that was finished. Well, it didn't when it did. But kind of odd. Well, okay. Thanksgiving, that's ages ago then. Ages, I tell you, ages and ages ago. I mean, I've done that one recently, so I don't know if I really need to keep it up. Both of those. I'm closing a few things in this one tab while I'm waiting for viewers, so that's good. I have a big appetite tonight, but I'm not exactly eating very well. Kind of a lot of carbs as I do. So I'm covering the screen. I kept feeling like I had something on my tooth. And I didn't really want to be picking at it while doing this, but now I feel like I have something in my nose. Oh, what it is to be personally. Sometimes it's hard to be a person. Sometimes it's hard to be alive. But if you got out of bed, I'll give you a high five. And then also, what's the other one? Sorry, I'll stop doing this in a moment here. The only thing okay, right. I think it's enough name. I think it is. Of course she is. Well, I don't want to say a certain thing, but um, yeah, I don't think it will put another one there. But you know what? When I once I hear from them, um, so I thought my handle name was long. Yeah, my errand was pretty quick but successful. Well, partially successful. The one person I wanted to talk to was not at the place today, so and I think she's the one that I would have to ask. So I'll try tomorrow. Put some lotion on. I mean, it's still been under 10 minutes, I guess. So hopefully things pick up a little bit in here. That's interesting. Oh, we got a like, and I'm wondering if I might have a guess as to who, um, one of the people I may have been talking with in somebody else's chat. I'm not sure, but let's just let them hopefully come in and say hi, and maybe have a little chat. Because yeah, it's kind of quiet here. Oops. Um, it's funny. I was talking about my brother, and then somebody said "brother Meyer," and I said, "Hello." Interesting how the numbers of letters for some of them, but silly nugget. I love it. Ba 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 ba. I'm loving it. I appreciate that. I'm guessing is it your first time here or to this channel, or and how did you come across it? Um, you might be referring to the little blurb that I have at the top there, or maybe you saw the title because you didn't find this while scrolling. So either way, I certainly appreciate it, and A silly nugget. I can't get past that name. What classifies a silly nugget? I guess nugget might be a nickname. Chapstick if you're curious, chapstick if you're not. And also, season's greetings to you. On my FWP, favorite YouTube people? That's a category? I'm not aware of this, but that's cool. Well, I try to. I try to. And sometimes it's noticed. Sometimes the you know whats aren't showing my video. And there's a lot on this great site. Um, and sometimes I certainly didn't feel it earlier today. I was trying, but people weren't noticing. Weren't there. I mean, they had to be there and stay there. At least be there and be willing to jump in and have a nice chat right away, or give it a few moments, get into the groove, settle in, and then enjoy. But yeah, it wasn't happening earlier. But so that's definitely nice to hear those encouraging words now. Um, and also, I just want to that's interesting. I was in somebody else's chat, and she's actually I'm out of theirs, and said hi, nice to meet me. And because it said that she was Australian, I asked if she knew a certain band, and she does. She says that she remembers them. She remembers how many people were in it, and may not have known them really well, but my brother was in it. I've got to go now, but keep up your live. Maybe choose lots of interesting variations of. Oh, I definitely do that to catch people's eye. Enjoy your video and have okay, yeah, have a lovely day as well. I'm sorry you can't stay longer because nobody else is here right now, and I'd really. But you know what? Before you leave, I'll say that you know what makes a YouTube community great, and lots of people do. But people that speak up and say at least that they're enjoying it. Even if they don't say much else or aren't more specific than that, but if they are, that's great. And I hope that if you post content that your channel's doing well, maybe check it out, see what a silly nugget's all about. And yes, you matter. You're allowed. Oh, it's interesting looking headwear. You don't comment on things unless necessary, and I guess you felt it was necessary to comment to me. And again, I do appreciate it. Looks like you don't really post videos, so yeah, why not? I do music. If you'd like to hear a song before you leave, if you have a song request, that will help me to decide what I might do. I'm not great at thinking them up myself. Um, and even if I don't know it, um, I can try. But yeah, the titles usually come quite easy to me. I think it was one or two recently. It's like, it could be better, but yeah. The one this morning was actually kind of funny, I must admit. I get to, yeah, it didn't end up being much, but I knew there was little nuggets in there that I might still like to have to look back at. So I just didn't keep it posted. It didn't feel worthwhile. But it was funny because I said one of us is fast, one of us is slow, and both serve a purpose or something like that. In other words, G was playing the piano quickly, and I was feeling slow in the morning. I mean, he'd been up a little bit. Well, I didn't fall back as I almost did. Oh boy, I almost did, but I didn't fall back asleep. So we'd both been up about the same amount of time, I think. But She might read that out, even though she figures that I'm talking to other people there. If it doesn't specify, she might be like, "Oh, is this?" And I feel bad that I'm. But you know what? Then also too, like they said, "Oh, I thought this was live for a moment. I guess it's not. I'm going live tonight," which is not. I don't think it's evening in Saskatchewan right now. Um, and it was kind of like, "Thanks for the comment. Care to say anything about what I actually said in the video?" I mean, it's kind of what I thought, not to be mean or anything. But and it was under an hour, almost an hour, but under an hour. So uh, we three kings of Orient. That's interesting. My icon in this chat does not say I'm live. I did, but I swear that somebody here said that it does show that I am. Now she subscribed to me. Golden gifts, we come from afar, red mountain, golden mountain. And if I had seen that person, I would have thought with the number of letters that it was like a fake page and no content. But they are nice. Oh, oh, stars of wonder, stars so bright. Star of royal beauty light, westward leading, still proceeding on the holy light. Well, it showed at least four, and it does work, so that's good. Um, I'm unsure. Like she says, it's which just kind of comes across. Even if that's what she's into, she says she doesn't need anybody, and we all do. So that's not accurate either. Why is that showing in there? Oh, maybe because it was when it came during that tab. Right, right. The Give channel is amazing. You ended up in my FWP, which means you're doing an awesome job. You gotta get going now, but keep up your live. Maybe choose lots of interesting variations and titles to catch people's eye. Enjoy your vibe and have a video and have a lovely day. Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful, I tell you, beauty. This is a thing of beauty. Of our creation, the water, earth, and sky. I don't know what that song is. Is it the same as "To See You High and Lifted Up"? Ironic. Better than the glory. Put your power and love, singing holy, holy, holy. My goodness, it really has 937 people watching. 937. That's why none of them are here. No, but also Somebody took me whatever it means. I don't know. Debbie said that she was leaving that chat, but I don't. Or somebody, people are saying about her, but I haven't seen her say that she's leaving. I saw the other lady say that she was, that she'd be back after she gets the beverage. I guess she has to go buy it. Oh, Japan enough. If I do it in this, it'll show you everything. It did show up in one of them, but mostly that's what I do. Okay, she's too hyper diaper. Oh well, she's not erect today. She's sewing. Might mean she's a bit more able to keep up with the but she's still working around. I wanted to like her, but then she doesn't keep but I start to watch his cooking video. That is a sweater and a half. He's also in a group I'm in on another site. I've seen it about 3 times on here now, but he's got 76 people watching, 288 likes, and he's performing in public. Oh wow. Flynn voice? This person has no viewers.
I'll say nightingales then with
He's reading something, but
that's proper and appropriate since he's a warbler. Don't let us do any lessons, Beth, for a while, but to play all the time.
I don't really want to put them headphones. Oh, here they are. Don't really like wearing them, but for now, since we're not. We have somebody here, so I'm going to say hi and welcome. I'm kind of multitasking. I haven't been rolling that long, and it was a little bit quiet here, so I'm browsing other lives actually. But I'm glad that you're here. You're meant to be here, but you left, so maybe not. To be quite honest, though, he doesn't. Well, he has 10 people there now. He didn't have. I think it was the first one there, but he seems like he's reading something, which isn't exactly. It's nice if it's like before, you know, if I want to be read to, you know, and I don't know how long he's going to be going on for, but sure as heck isn't very engaging. And I can't tell if it's religious or not, but been a while since I've heard something like this, though. Yeah, this lady makes real dolls, and my goodness. Yeah, it showed me a lot of people with quite a few people. Some not, though. Like this one's just a painter, and that is very detailed. I mean, that takes talent to make that look good, you know? So we're not counting. Hmm. Kind of intriguing. Oh my. She was just a jazzy, I think, with the way she. I guess maybe had to. And I was she's folding clothes. She's not. She is looking at the screen occasionally, though. Going by most of the comments, she doesn't speak English. But we do have somebody here, and hopefully you speak English. I mean, music is a universal language, but it's really all I speak, English and music. So hopefully we might have a nice chat, and maybe I'll do some music if you have any ideas. Okay, bored. Friends don't make you fat. Oh my. That's a filter, though, I guess. I mean, the effect of it is kind of cool, but another one that kind of intrigued me, but I don't speak English, or but she doesn't, or at least doesn't look like it. That sounds French. She's like, Christ Masses is in December. Huh? What? Christmas is? Who? Huh? She doesn't know what the word Christmas? Christmas is. I'm definitely reading some. Oh, that's for sure. graham crackers with peanut butter. That's different. And blueberry fizz. Ugh. I don't know what else it does. Oh, oh, oh. I would have talked to people if they were here, but they ain't here. So things were just a bit slow for a bit there. So I was just browsing lives myself. But if you'd like to chat, I'd be happy to chat. Maybe do some music and stuff. Is that all? 13 days till Christmas? Oh my gosh. I had to figure out family dynamics fast. Really? Thank you for showing your appreciation today. Yeah. Michelle has you anyway. That's good. But it's weird that she has two phones and otherwise doesn't use them as phones. It's kind of odd. That looks tasty. Oh, I thought it was a guy. It's not though. This parallel was pierced. Good, we can see pieces. Holy smokes, how that's rolled like that. Yeah. What on God's green earth is going on here? So there's two people sitting side by side, and she's got this weird hat on that looked like it had some sort of like MRI machine almost. Like it's like a. This may be good. I'm not sure, but he's doing stuff in his kitchen and not really paying attention. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. This is a blind person, and he's talking about he doesn't follow football. If he was, he'd go for this team or this team. And I'm wondering if that's just because that's where he lives. Like, I mean, I guess, a lot of it is audio too, so people can hear what they can't see. G needs to see this. G needs to see this. Remember this guy, shout to him. He's very focused on his guitar playing though. And I don't know how his English is, but he did say a couple things to me before. He was wearing the same fancy pants then too, I think. And this guy too. Scrap is only that's right. What am I seeing? I like his vibe this night. He's going through a lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't know what to think about him. Her again. Her again. I'll be right back. I'm missing so many non-English. That's really kind of odd. It's the only English. It's the only English. It's the only language. And when somebody's trying to keep up with 240, that's 1.3K. I don't get it. I mean, cool for them, but I don't get it. Why am I? Here we are now, entertainers. Da, 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 da. 7 for 8 for 9 for 12 for 2 3 6 or 7 minutes. Oh, what a good boy, hey, honey. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. Oh, hello, 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 hello. It's like a entertainer. Here we are now. Entertainer. Are now. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 Destiny. He's got 52 people following him. He's homeless. He just recently became homeless, I think. And, he's a pretty says he's got a high calling, so, but, these people have too much of trying to keep up with, so they're not going to be able to keep up with me. Or not going to be able to see. It's showing me some of the same people again, though. Like, I know there's a lot more people rolling live than this, but they seem to be circling through some of the same ones. Probably not but. And this guy is still not sitting down to chat. Doesn't have a lot of people there, but he's doing stuff in his kitchen still, unpacking stuff or whatever. I mean, sure, but. Okay, we got somebody up. As soon as I look up, it's like long enough to see that they were there for a second. I don't really understand that look of the thingy under the hat. Personally, I don't. I still don't speak Italian or Portuguese, whatever it is she speaks. Since the past hour, maybe I should learn to talk to. She seems to speak both languages, which isn't. I don't know. Wasn't feeling. So I do judge fast sometimes too, but I sure try not to because I know it doesn't feel good to the person doing the post, and it's just not who I am. No, it's not that at all. That's interesting. She's giving me permission. So somebody's at the door that's not there now. She's giving me permission to whoops, put my link in her video. So nah. Oh wow, we got three people here. I should pay attention. It was quiet for a little bit there, so I was and the person that was watching is talking with me, and some of you might be familiar with her. Um, and we're having puns back and forth with each other, and some people just mean some people just mean like It was briefly a signal issue. Man, I don't have time to watch things. That's what I do. Oh, we got somebody here. I'm just gonna turn the. Oh, hi, Emily. So nice to have you here. As I get up and leave. Just kidding. I'm just turning on the light. Oh, okay. Well, that's works for me. I just needed one person here to chat with for a bit. So, and it was very quiet for a while. This one started out. Good time to charm, but this one started out. Within the first few minutes, somebody, um, uh, uh, yeah, sometimes my eyes are a bit sensitive to them, but it was too dark in here, and it's still almost an hour and a half, almost 2 hours till G gets home. To and then might have a nap somewhere around there. But um, but basically woo, yeah. So but yeah, I know you can kind of see me pretty good. But yeah, and so somebody came in and said some really nice things, but couldn't stay long, and then it was like quiet for like almost an hour. So I was browsing live streams. And I was actually having a pretty good time on the one I was just on. So thanks for interrupting. Just kidding. Oh, it's so nice to have somebody here, though. Oh my gosh, what a day! Well, I think you read that. I've been kind of struggling today. I try and put goodness out there and impact the world in all these lovely ways. And the what sometimes don't show the video, or there's just so much on here, it just doesn't get noticed. And we've got some people that have hundreds and hundreds of likes in this, watchers and likes, and it's like, and they're still rolling. And it's like, yeah. So thanks for the like, by the way. So yeah. And it was actually very ironic because I was mentioning to you somewhere that I went to get a food box hamper thingy, and I was just chatting with the person in that video. She just mentioned having a health condition, that the friend who passed away that had that, which precipitated me kind of looking into it myself, and then getting involved at the place that does it. So that's kind of which was pretty active in there today. So that was kind of ironic timing. Um, what else? What else? So how are you today, by the way? Um, See, you made me come alive. I was dying inside. It's like nobody wants to watch me or hear me sing. Seriously, though, a little bit. A little bit, They say you could die of a broken heart. I was almost in the grave. Just kidding. But, I mean, it kind of felt like it, though, a little bit. Yeah, so I'm glad to have you here. How's your day going? Here it is about 3 o'clock, and then another friend of mine who I've been I've been following. She had something kind of weird in the video the other day. Not that I ever don't ever do that, but it was, she has an interesting type of video she likes to watch, and I was really surprised coming from her. Anyway, she started rolling one like 5 minutes after I did, so I was in her chat for a little bit, and I don't know, maybe she'll show up at some point. It's like, I wonder if he's still rolling. I notice he does them for hours sometimes, so. And I wonder if I will be too. But just having one person here to chat for a while and give a like, makes a difference. The more the merrier. Merry Christmas, kind of thing. But Merry or Christmas. But yeah, I'm already finding that light a bit bright. I'm wondering if I should go into the other room and play a bit of piano. If you have any songs you might like to hear, especially Christmas. But otherwise, we can just sit and chat. You're always you. I mean, people see that post area, but it's like I never know how to. I never notice it on other people's channels very often, unless they go, "Wonderful to have channels." What do you mean? I never notice it, but you're pretty consistently there, and I think this is the third video you've seen. So it's really, and it's nice for you to see me in video too. So it's really nice um, to you definitely help make it a great YouTube community and experience with the interactions and the love. So I appreciate that. That was kind of, I was watching a video, and it was this guy. I'd seen him ages ago and hadn't seen him for a while. That's why I say ages ago I saw him. And his audio isn't great quality, and I remembered that before. Just going to bring the laptop to my lap, since it's a laptop and all. The lap of luxury. Oh, well, I mean, isn't that the one that Mariah Carey sometimes does too as well? How what? How not brown cow? Just kidding. Anyway, but yeah, basically, I don't know. I'm open to other suggestions. Maybe not that one though. Um, but maybe far away or maybe real nearby. There will be my coffee. She may be straightening his tie. Recognize that from a movie? Um, Anywho, so basically, he was jamming with somebody else, and I had said some some comments, and yeah, like I say, I've been on and off with my mental health today. And oh, we got a third like and a second viewer. At that, oh, hi, Kathleen. How are you? Good to see you here. Anyway, and so I said something, and they just kept talking to each other and playing, and I thought so that's why I came here and I put this post like I'm familiar with you two, but I'm like I won't ignore you. Matter, you're loved. I'll make you feel one or both if you're lucky. um, Sure, I could do that one. I have to take a few deep breaths and some water first. G was home with an injury the past couple of days, but is back at work today. So, um, last time I did that one, the numbers were good, but and people kind of stayed to listen, but they didn't really react to it. And it could be because it's a religious theme song. It could be, but I know for the two of you that won't matter. I was just mentioning you a few moments ago, and yeah, I sent you a few comments on some of your other videos. I don't think you've seen yet, Kathleen, but I'm glad to have you here. Uh, yeah, and glad you're well as well. We both struggle from chronic fatigue syndrome and some other stuff. Um, I don't know if you've heard me do music yet, Kathleen. You've been on two or three of these, but I don't think they've been musical yet. But it does happen from time to time. Sometimes I wonder if I'm meant to do music. I feel like I was given a musical ability, but I've not been able to do what I've as much as I've wanted with it, especially in my 30s. But back in the day, yeah. And YouTube is a great platform when it's a great platform. And I don't do bars. I don't drive. The person I was hoping to speak to today about getting a gig wasn't at the office. So I'm going to try calling her tomorrow morning. But yeah, I could totally do that one. Um, Now it says there's one, but I'm hoping you're both here. And for a moment, I thought it said, was it 3 and 3? I think it was. Um, but maybe her phone died or her device because she was streaming prior to coming here, I think, doing art. But yes, I could definitely do that. Would you like me to fusion it up a little bit? And if so, with what style? Um, oh, holy night, what style would you like me to fusion that? Not to be confused with what style do you think it is already, but what style would you like me to fusion it with? That might be one of those songs, though. Every now and then I'll come across a song and I'll be like, yeah, I don't think I could change the style of that and make it fusion because it just wouldn't work. And that might be one of them. Okay, you both do seem to be here. That might be one of them. You know what one might work though? You know what one might work? I point my finger. There's a dance one in there. I know you're thinking, oh, it's a very dancey tune. Definitely. No, but seriously, it. Oh goodness gracious, I'm moving slow today. It and it has a love. Oh, you'd love to see that gift bid, wouldn't you? One of you might, anyway. I don't know. Sorry. It has a really long outro. Perfect for a dance one. You can get up and get your daily fitness in, right? So I'm just gonna move everything around here a little bit. Part of me feels like I want to have socks on. Do you mind if I go get my socks, or would you like to get it for me? Pardon-moi. Pardon-moi. Any style. Let's turn this thing on. Woo! Let's get the party started. Woo! I'm coming up, so I better get the party started. Oh, wait, let me do at least one of them. They can do woo! Actually, seeing that and not even knowing it was there might be a good idea as well. So would you like to hear a dance version of Oh Holy Night, or would you like to hear a reggae version? I'll leave it in your hands. As much as I'd kind of like to do some dancing, but I kind of wouldn't mind doing some reggae as well. So it's all up to you. You been able to hear me while I was in the other room? Like every other word. Does that help you know what I was saying? Now I have to find the song, and I was going to get the socks on and my hands, but we'll get there. We'll get there, and it'll be worth it. I think you've heard me musically, Emily, but yeah, Kathleen, I'm not sure if you have. Here I am, oh, here I am, reaching out to show you love when you're without. I can give you all the love you need more. Here I am, something, something. Da, 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 da. What you've been looking for. Oh, here I am, here I am, here I am. 202. In 1902, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Now if I could count. So, dance, reggae, which one do you want? Speak now, forever have a piece of cake. Well, you're brightening my day, and I'm glad that I'm doing the same, it looks like, so. I just have to get something from the other room that I thought was over here. It must be the thing that I brought over there. Over here, over there, and everywhere. Everywhere, over here, and over there. Yeah, it was really unfortunate not to nail down that detail today. And I've been already waiting to hear back from the person. Reggae. Angel food for me. I had red velvet. Yeah, I haven't heard of that stuff in a while. In Mariah. Rip. Mariah. Reggie? Or do you mean Regis? No, I know what you mean. We could try it. I was looking at the reggae style on here the other day, actually. I forget what subcategory it's in. I can do a bit of both. Me? You what? Looks like we might come to the, unless I missed it unintentionally, we might come to the dance one too, but I'll try and do a bit of both. And then it's a 2, and then 3, and then 2, and then wee. So many different things to press. Now, we definitely will have to lower the tempo a little bit. Woohoo! Almost went under the phone table. That would have been good. Because it's kind of hard to get under there. A typo, me correction. A typo for what? Me correction. Me correction. Me make correction. I don't know. Sorry. Not a lot of people can do that. Okay. Ready? Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Oh, I'd love to hear that. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. How about you, Kathleen? You gonna sing as well? Oh, let's form a choir. Long live the world in sin and error, pining till he appears, and the soul felt his word. Thank you. I don't know about usual, but thank you. A thrill of hope, a weary world, can get that note, I promise. Thank you. Right as I tried to do it, though, I'd had something, I guess, that irritated my throat a little earlier. Oh, hear, you can also do that. Hear the angels' voices of night. Night. Oh, night. Precious bones. I'm not going to do this at the gate, though, because I'm not so religious. Oh, night. Oh, night. Divine. Oh, night. Oh, night divine. Led by the light, look, man, no hands. A face so brilliantly beaming with glowing heart. In the cradle we stand. We stand in his cradle? By his cradle, pardon me. That makes more sense. Sunny hush. So led by light of stars so sweetly gleaming, here comes the wise men from Orient land. It was really quiet until just before you got here, Kathleen. Emily was here. Emily came in. The King of Kings. I don't say you were loud or anything. So just sing that down here. All in triumph, born to be a friend. Sometimes I don't feel it though. He knows our needs. Is God. From the danger, behold, your King, oh, the lowly man. Behold, oh, his power and glory evermore. What's that? More proclaim. The most important verse ever, I believe. Truly he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his glory is peace. Chain shall he break for the slave is our brother, and in his name our precious will use. With hymns of joy and grateful chorus raising, let every heart adore the holy name. Christ is the Lord. Just a fun song to sing when you're a singer. We're saved. That's a praising. I didn't know those words. His power Happy to have the third person here too. Don't be shy. Merry Little Christmas. I don't know if I know that one. Have yourself a Merry Little Christmas, that one or a different one? Thankful to the third person here. If you don't want to chat, I'm not going to force you. Just come on and do it already. That's good. But I wouldn't mind a like. Like I'm waiting for you to do something I like first. Just kidding. Like I'm waiting for you to do a song I like because I'm not religious. Well, if you ask for it, I could try and do it. We were also going to quickly look at that in reggae style. What's good? Yeah, as an agnostic, some of that is a bit hard to sing. And as a vocalist, I mean, it depends on the day, I think. Like sometimes I can hit those notes no problem. Other times my throat's a bit more scratchy or I'm just tired. Where's my reggae? Give me reggae. Yeah, I want reggae. Ragtime. That's just not the same thing, is it? I know to some people that probably sounded like a very stupid question, including to myself. I know there's reggae in here. Flamenco. There we are. Here's the reggae. You ready? Get your braids and your orange and green and red hats and your steel drums and let's party. Okay. He will be home soon. In the meantime, I'm rocking and rolling. Would you like this? Have a stick. I don't think I'm going to do the full song again though, because I just did it. And I don't have to just do Christmas songs either, but 'tis the season. Oh, that's I don't want to do sad stuff. It actually is a blue, it's all good. It's all good. I already know this, but it actually is kind of a sad Christmas because, and a lot of them have been for the past number of years, because there's more and more dying, whether I celebrate the holidays with them or not. So, I mean, yeah. And the most recent ones were 32 and 104 years old. I mean, within the past year. So, I mean, yeah. G likes it though, but. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Yeah, man. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Come on, y'all. Southern style. I don't want to seem like I'm imitating anybody, but I am having fun. That's what it's all about, right? And I'm not doing it unkindly. Barely even doing it accurately. Just kidding. So yeah, Christmas or non-Christmas. But that was thank you for that reminder, because if I do get that gig, that might be one that would be good to do. Jingle Bell Rock. Rip Marguerite, but I haven't seen her since my childhood. I wasn't super close with her. Well, I was in my childhood. She worked at my school and in the music program, actually, and then also was a tutor. Not that kind. It's actually after she left that they introduced the woodwinds and the flutes and the clarinets and all that stuff. And if you'd like a clarinet for Christmas, we could mail one to you. We've got one we don't play, so it would be okay. If you want a clarinet, we'll send it your way. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell time and jingle bell chime. Also happy to just chat about how your day is going, anything that's stressing you out, that you feel like you need some advice about. I understand those feelings sometimes and happy to talk with you about them. And Smile. Are you on Candy Camera? Or on YouTube camera? Are you saying the song? Smile though your heart is breaking. Smile even though it's aching. You can weather the storm. Joy to there's two different joy to the world. One is Christmas, and the other one, my cousin. No, I was not eating this, but it's laying there with it. One of them, my cousin, she played like three songs on guitar, and that was one of them. And I'd love to sing it, but there's a couple things about it. And let's just say it's Jeremiah. But yeah, we have four of you here. Really glad to see it. I know who two of you are. I know this ever I my dream was in a jar. I'd make myself. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth slowly. Hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. Cause everything is never a seed. Anyway, I have to answer that question. When I was young, in fact, it's ironic because when I was young, I never needed anyone. Love was just for fun. Anyway, but I will never forget my dad smiling in near the front row. I feel like I was just thinking of this place. I don't know why. And I actually sang a bit of a song from there earlier, that maybe song. Um, you know, and yeah, I was in a few things. I mentioned this in one of my other videos. I don't know if we even knew each other then, but these days the huge crowds, like even just doing music, like I'm a small, intimate venue type. If I could get myself to them and get the gigs, you know what I mean? Um, I mean, here, lots of people, great, but just the noise and that, and also, I want the majority of them paying attention. It's like I don't mind talking to your friends, but pay attention to me. I'm the one, that's making it, worthwhile. No, just kidding. But no, just kidding. But a musical Oliver Twist for me. That's a musical. I've heard of it. I didn't know it was musical, but I was with someone today. She goes for pool parties at her boss's house, but that might be when she's in the States. Um, and and she actually drinks a bit. And my step's Roman Catholic and doesn't really drink at all. Every now and then to fit in, I think he'll have some wine. And my mother, and then of course they're safe about driving afterwards or whatever. But she said that her boss brought her out to lunch, and then they went and saw a musical. I don't know if I should say it, although you know what, truth be told, it's a giant world. It's a giant world, and there's probably lots of places, especially this time of year, that are doing this show to some capacity. In fact, I saw the Imaginatorium, I think it is, in California. I still have to watch back that video later. And amazing light, like it went forever. Like it took her an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to walk through it. She was stopping a little bit, but and there was like a stage with things at it and this and that. But anyway, Elf, the musical. Now I saw bits of the movie, and I thought it was a little bit lame and goofy, but apparently she really liked it. I said, why wasn't I invited? She says, when Brian didn't go either, my step. I mean, I guess it was just for her workplace. And they also play games sometimes in their meetings and that. And it's for an accountant office. So I don't know the music from that. Not long ago, Hamilton came to mind, but I don't know that very well either. But I'm not giving away my shot. No, I'm not giving away my shot. Anyway, because I don't want to get a flu. Just kidding. But no, so I thought it was kind of lame. I don't want to say I'm not a fan of Will Ferrell and his whole elfiness and everything as well. I don't really know much of the stuff he's been in, to be honest. But yeah, I think maybe it may have been him that I don't know. He was supposed to be a quirky elf, very tall one too, eh? Lover Jeremiah. Oh, love, but maybe lover as well. I had two lovers, two exes that both got with Jeremy's afterwards. Crazy, eh? And the other day I was watching someone and there was two people with the last name that started with Van. And I said, I should make mine like that too then, I suppose, eh? Um Van cycles, what Van bicycles, what I should have joked. But any of you hear of John Van Ness out of curiosity? Just wondering. But no, do you have any other favorite musicals that I might actually know the music from? Sorry, I was rambling quite fast there, but you guys seem to have not minded, so I appreciate it. For over here, there's three likes. I know who three of them are actually, I believe. Actually, the first person, you two, I didn't like it myself. So there's still, yeah, I've never seen it. I've got the music book because some of the songs sounded interesting. I actually looked up clips of it recently, and it, I don't know, it just didn't really speak to me. I was kind of surprised by the costumes. They weren't really what I expected them to be. But again, I'm thinking there's a hip hop song in it, so. But I do know, not personally, but Scott Hamilton, the athlete. Um, but yeah, any other musicals? You know who keeps coming up lately? I did. Oh my gosh, I did some deep songs, you guys. Just a day or two ago, it's the video that has the "Life Well Lived" image on the thumbnail, and I did a couple deep Ed Sheeran songs, and another one I tried to do, and I also did an Ed Sheeran Elton John song, and it's a bit lovey-dovey, but it's, oh my goodness, that lyric has been sitting with me. Something about December snow. You've got pain, but you gotta let it go. Because next year you never know. Never heard of who. I'm probably mentioning a lot of people. But the thing of the matter is that I think just a quick exchange, like we're picky about the food, all the noises. Yeah, exactly, folks. One of you hasn't. The rest of you have actually two of you maybe haven't. But glad that you're here, and I hope you're thinking good thoughts. Otherwise, there's other things you can watch that you might enjoy, that you would enjoy more. But mm, yeah, I still don't know if I found the solution for that. I know Dee would probably like to see them, but I just, they're hard to be. I mean, they can be. I don't know. There's trauma there. So, and same with the sister. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing the sister's daughter. She's been homeless much of her life. She's got a place. We wouldn't feel comfortable having her at our place, and her place is not a safe building. And there's a former friend that lives there, so that won't happen. And if we do see her, then the mother would hear about it and might not see her herself over the holidays. I mean, they have a hard time reaching each other, and she's got a lot of difficulties. And actually, I feel mixed because it's something I saw online. But yeah, I don't know. I was telling someone just last year, I think, as soon as we got in the car, he made a comment about my bag, having the bag I had with me. And I don't know. I've got to see you there. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Kathleen. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. I can't unhear that you said that you have a fascination of watching a certain kind of videos. I better not do it though because I don't have a cleaner anything. But it's like I have a few of those. But yeah, and then well, but I got the checks. I'm gonna be getting more. I do what I can. I try and find opportunities here and there. And what's Epic? Epic is a place with that in its name. And another thing which made me think that there could be some possibilities there, and there wasn't. But anyway, so it wasn't that epic. But yeah, the challenges and Aladdin. Epic is as a musical. Aladdin, I auditioned for. They said that I would be good as, and before anyone gets a vibe, not completely gay, not completely straight, just so you know. Anyway, what do you call it? Of course, the Disney classics, actually. But they said I'd be good as, was it Jafar? I could do the song that I did, but I didn't get an opportunity to do the thing. And I do miss my acting days a little bit. I mean, they were kind of short lived. I was young and then I got old. But I'm kind of, so I'm mentioning Elton John because I'm kind of thinking the Lion King, the Elton King. But as far as Aladdin, This isn't, I think, the newer version of it. Oh my goodness, do I have a story about when I was growing up and the Aladdin toys I had? Maybe I wasn't a late bloomer. Dare I say, when I was young, I had a lot of different toys and figurines, and some of it happened naturally in the bath, but I had these plastic Aladdin and Jasmine toys. Can you get where I'm going with this? Um, I mean, I am an old soul too, but anyway, to the song. Proud of your boy, I'll make you proud of your boy. But maybe she was the coach. She didn't say anything. No, she was right. Said anything. How about I've been what a surprise. I wasted time. I've wasted me. Some say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer. Okay, I'd agree, but I've been run rotten kid. Something, some pride and some joy, but I'm through with my messing up, losing up time. You see, now comes the better part. Someone's gonna make a gustless, foolish heart. Make good and finally make you proud of your boy. It's hard to do with my mother, but she's learned to be content. Which is good, because that might be the best she gets. No, might be the best I get for that matter, too. Um, yeah, so how's your holiday season going so far? I know we're not there yet. It's pretty close. If you're in the States, I think you are, then, you just finished Thanksgiving, as did everyone else there, pretty much, that celebrates. I'm hungry, thinking about all this food. I'm hungry. I've been just laying there good, and I have been eating. I had a late lunch, but yeah. So how's life otherwise? Yeah, I'm getting quite anxious. Somebody said that there's only like 14 days or whatever till Christmas now, and it's like I'm getting anxious about some of the interactions because they're kind of difficult people to be around. But they're the ones that we have that are alive, so we either choose not to or we do. But as far as like, I think he's gonna want to see his sister because the other one passed away this year, in another province. So I can understand that, but I find it. I mean, but the husband's Jewish. They don't really celebrate Christmas. This is the thing. But and but we see them around that time of year, but not every year. But he's kind of. I mean, G likes him, and G's eccentric, as you may know. But I find him to be a little bit really serious and kind of judgy, to be honest. And she's just awkward. Nice enough, but I would never forget, that she was kind of rude towards me and also broke a promise. So I mean, it's hard to get past these things, right? I mean, how can you be rude and break promises to me, right? Being I'm so fabulous and all, you're bringing the flamboyant out of me. What can I say? Hey, I'm not saying I'm a perfect person, that but I've gotten some things from some of these individuals that I didn't deserve, and I mean, like, I've only been in the family like 8 years or whatever, but yeah, one time she was on the phone. She had agreed to bring us to an event, which could have been helpful for us, but she looked at their website and said, "You're not that disabled. I don't think this is the thing for you." But it also had an autism theme, and we wanted to try and educate her a little bit. And she says, he just needs to get a job, yeah, as if it's that easy, as if I don't want one, as if I have the background to be anything other than self-employed. And self-employment isn't easy sometimes, Um, and basically, I can't remember what I said at the time. And she's like, "Oh, okay, I've caused an upset now. Maybe I'll just let you go and we'll talk later." Instead of trying to work it out in the moment, like, ugh. And she never apologized for it either. She's done a couple of nice things as a way of apologizing, I think. And I feel bad talking about it. And yeah, there's the show. And what was the other thing? Yeah, he found out about a job opportunity from LinkedIn. make it thousands a month, but we both think it sounds too good to be true. He's going to research, and I hope he'll find out that it is, because I would hate for him to get scammed and be naive. I wouldn't even, I asked that he could have the thing, and I don't even know if that's a good idea. But anyway, I need to top up my water or something. You're very sorry. I think you're saying about what I went through with the family situation. I think you're saying. Why is it not Friday? I'd have a chocolate and have a great big long slumber if it was Friday, but it's not. Why, oh, why? Why, oh, why? Oh, why, oh, why? Why, oh, why? Oh. Now, this has pepper in it, apparently. But hopefully not very much of it. I didn't really notice it with the other thing I had. Oh my, but I have fun swallowing shrimps. No, not because of that. Because my mother and my step met Dan Murray in the airport a while ago, and she should have met us. We're musical. Maybe I want a music career a bit more than G, but we're both, as you may have noticed, kind of talented and deserving of it. Life is full of challenges. Yeah. So do you have any suggestions as to how to navigate, like, these are the ones that we have local and alive, and life isn't promised and life is fragile. I get it, but also, your own maintaining your own wellness and making sure that you are respected. Like, how do you do that balancing act? Like, it shouldn't be asking a lot, but some people aren't very tactful. I've realized that maybe she didn't apologize because she was embarrassed or because she thought too much time had passed. After a certain amount of time passes, it is less genuine, I feel. But it still would have been nice, I suppose. Man, that bread is actually quite garlicky. I don't feel like I should I don't know if there's yeast or salt. I just don't want to give them any of the garlic. I'm glad I'm not one of them. You're on the cusp. No, I was kidding. But, like, I can't see. Thing is, I don't want to tell him not to see his sister because it's the holidays, and they did lose a sister recently. And that would not be right of me. But I also don't want to not be involved because, the homo will have FOMO, but the word's similar. No, but seriously, I'd be like, okay, what is it saying about me? What am I missing in general? I should be there, even though I don't want to be. And I can't just go and ignore them. Like, if we're in the same room, and I don't want to be talking bad about them, but very strong how? Does this look like strength to you? I appreciate it, but how dare you say I'm very strong? I'm feeling as weak as I'm feeling kind of very uncertain as to how to navigate it. I really love G, and I'm very happy for what we have, and do anything I can to keep that and save it, and you would too. And so we have to do sometimes things that we're not comfortable with to make the other happy. But well, of course you're not me. You're Emily. The last time I checked, my name wasn't. But it'd be interesting because the short form of my first name, and actually my formal name too, could both be last names. So, I mean, you're the only one here right now, and we're 2 hours in. If you want to quickly put it and then Smith. Right. Sorry, never mind. These are neighbors. That common Smith that I rarely hear, even online a lot, on a couple different sites. No, not that one or that one. I was kidding. This one and another one, yeah. But then not as much as they used to be. But, and then, anyway, what do you mean you're not me? I know you're not me. What are you trying to say? Thank you, by the way. Yeah, I certainly don't always feel strong sometimes. That's for sure. I am weak in the knee. Two of you here now. Oh, I keep saying if you want me to. My legs are strong, but I'm my situation was probably different. Well, you just heard the one I just mentioned. If it's not the same, then it's not the same. It doesn't have to be. To give suggestions and advice, it doesn't have to be the same. Um, and we're all more alike than different, but we do have our differences and our different challenges that we're going through. And you says was probably different. Now it's just myself and my daughter. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like it cozy and intimate. The other thing is, the noise level. Don't really want to go out of the city. And then, although that I'd be most willing to see them, and they're all musical, and that's really lovely. But we have small families, and a lot aren't local, and a lot aren't living. Uh, uh, but I have ARFID, so like I'm not really big about turkey. It looks nice, and I understand. I also understand the vegan vegetarian outlook as well. But I'm not big about ham. Occasionally on pizza, yes, with you know what? Because what else does it go on other than a dessert? Like seriously, but not often. Not often, and I'm being honest when I say that. Uh, but other than that, yeah, I'm not really into those. Well, a little bit. Vegetables. Yeah, not for someone who doesn't eat a lot of meat. I should eat a lot more vegetables. I mean, potatoes are very starchy and this and that, but I kind of still don't. I got some gin. Not that it's really a vegetable; it's more of a root. But I got some ginger today, and I had to figure out how to cook with it for the first time in that form. I think she said you don't peel it, you shred it. Um, Anywho, but do you have to shred it, ginger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Yes, I do. Maybe until it gets resolved. but you betcha. Sweet potato. That's what we say here sometimes in the house. To the dog and to each other sometimes. But yeah, so I was just gonna make some potatoes, and stuffing. Maybe some other vegetable. Would have not get a nice dessert maybe or make one. Ginger ale really ails me, Just it's an ale of a tale. But yeah, so yeah, that's what my first thought was when I saw it. Actually, I know that my throat doesn't like it in tea. They say ginger lemon tea when you're sick or whatever. That actually makes my throat more dry and meh. Of course, could be no. This was before I was even much of a podcast and streamer type. Talker and singer and aphantasia. Yes, but I definitely probably did more of it because of the streaming and the screaming. Oh, now I want some whipped cream. Rip stream. Yeah, what kind? What? Yeah, you can put anything. Yeah, hmm you can put anything in a stir fry. So yeah, I should make one. There wasn't very much in the bundle, but it didn't cost me anything either at the hamper, so it's all good in the hood. Ooh, what do you think about lemon potatoes? Well, I mean, they do actually agree. Um, I almost got to be in that, but they had sound issues. It was too loud. So, but speaking of theater, I am hoping to be involved in our theater festival this year. I'm not going to enter it myself because I can't afford to, and it's too random, and I couldn't take the reduction or whatever. Which, yeah, there might be some if they're going to be holding auditions, or some people will just say, "Oh, we'll take the first people that are interested. If they work out, great. Otherwise, we try someone else." But I'm really hoping I can be in somebody else's show at the festival. That'd be great. Well, life gave me two lemons today. I told you I was having an iffy day, right? Before this podcast. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was just, I did two long streams and it was very quiet and disappointing. Even a little bit of activity is better than nothing, right? And then I just felt very lonely. I just felt very bored. I was eager to get to my stuff. It was The morning went fairly fast, but then it slowed down. It's like we were almost there. Why did it have to slow? Creative flow as far as what? And then yeah, and like I said, I'm trying to put the good out there and be impactful and all this and that, and be there for people. And the real sad part is that I know that there are people that need it, that are craving it, you know, but they don't know about my video, so they're just sitting there trying to find a video that helps them, or crying or whatever, and it makes me really sad, you know. Um, so, oh, hi, Leanne, how are you? Singing, making videos. You're gonna start doing that for the Christmas season, and then into the 2026 and beyond. Yeah, tired. I was just actually speaking about how I've been a little iffy today, but I'm better now. Better now. It's better now. I've been staring at this song, which almost turned me off of the book. Uh, what time is it where y'all are? Where y'all are? So is that her? Says Ben Hur done that? I'm talking about how talented you are. Oh, yeah, so was I, wasn't I? Thank you, though. 410. I would have been in here earlier. You mean those 2 long streams when nobody was there? Except for a few flashes at the top? And I didn't even know they were hot because I couldn't see them. They were just numbers flashing at the top. I'll never forget that video. She's the same one that posted the Light Festival. And she was in this bar for Thanksgiving, actually. And I know, you're religious, but whatever. Anyway, I did. I says to her, "Oh, that's a cute couple behind you." And then the guy had looked and noticed it on his screen or whatever, and went and told them. And the one guy went, I was like, "Wow." Was talking, didn't even notice you until then, but but yeah, that light display, the Magitarium. Don't forget to like, Leanne. I appreciate it. Magitarium or whatever it is. Learning is good to do. Share what you have learned. What I've learned about what? Oh man, I've learned some things in my years. I just don't post videos very much, but nice of you to ask. Emily, you're not a mod. I mean, we have the same values, and I'm pretty freestyle, and it's really just when I'm doing music. I just need somebody to put some trolls. I mean, it's rare. That one night was terrible, but a few of them are bringing each other. Oh, but there was some decent, and then there was one who changed his tune. But yeah, that's really when I need it. When I'm playing music, certain people just need to time out till I can decide how to handle them. You know what I mean? But not you two, of course. But so I'm tempted to make Emily a mod. But I know I thought it was kind of funny when I went and watched somebody's video. I don't think it was a Ninga guy who to gossip. I miss him, but But I mean, it's one thing to talk, but I didn't. I guess I didn't know how he was defining it, but I just didn't like the sound of it. But and everyone was 4 did have 10 have 4. I did have 10. Yeah, I don't know if I've looked at your playlist, Emily. And the dog's laying right there. I don't want to make him get up, although I could step around him, but he'd get up because he just would. But I know I looked at yours, Leanne. But what kind of stuff is in your playlist? Well, I'm gonna have to go and remind myself. You don't remember any? No, I was kidding. But anyway, but yeah, so I'm tempted. Like that's when I would need it. So I'd be happy to make you a standard mod as well. But like I say, I watched somebody's video once, and like almost every person in it was a mod, and it felt a little odd. Felt a little odd, all them mods. I'm not saying the mods themselves were odds, or the odds themselves were mod. Leanne, have you liked yet? Have you liked and subscribed? I know you've subscribed. Got your headphones in case they get loud and goofy, so you can hear it better, Because I haven't gotten loud or goofy yet, if you hadn't noticed. Not want to brag. I have 86 subscribers, and a guy around my age called me stunning. Well, la-di-da. Thanks for I think you just liked. I think you did. Oh, thank you. Well, I've never met you, so but you're great for the YouTube community and to chat with. That's for sure. But I've never met a Leanne I didn't like, so there you have it. I've only met 3 in my life, I think, though. Liked and subscribed. That's the wording and the spelling. It's like somebody said, "What are you saying?" I said, "Words," and then they had nurture in their name, so I said, "Nurture." I like that. Nurture. But yeah. So yeah. I don't think. Well, yeah. You don't have very many videos posted, but Emily, what's in your playlist? Come on. Yeah, and this channel, well, I don't need to tell you guys. You don't really care what the numbers mean and don't mean. But just tell your friends that might like this. 18 plus, because I sometimes the only filter I have is the one in the coffee machine. But I'm a free spirit, as you know, and I do the music and the uplifting and all that good stuff. So really something for most people, but maybe not everybody. But anybody just send them this way. Just promise me that we'll always click and find ways to make it work, and you won't gang up on me if I say something you dislike. My name is made from both of my grandma's middle names, Lee Ann. Okay. I had to say bye to one of my my subscribers, Lee, actually. And in front of you, I don't know, because menus can be a bit wonky sometimes. He just said something that was very judgmental at the top of his video. He wasn't saying it to me, and I mean, he is really religious, but I mean, you guys, you girls, and you're ladies, and you're cool. Yeah, and I learned something interesting about my one grandparents' names. So we got Sadie and Gerald, and then Dorothy and Andrew, actually. Lee Andrew, just kidding. Not in that day, and not in his lifetime. That's me. No, but apparently in Scotland, if I'm getting this right, they use their parents' maiden name gets passed on as a middle name. Or so, for instance, my grandmother's middle name was kind of unique. It was Skie, Skie, and it was her mother's maiden name or something like that. There was a couple, I think they were a couple anyway, with a couple of dogs. One looked really cool. It was like some sort of bearded terrier or whatever, and this other one, and I forget what the other one's name is. I've never forgot, also because I was kind of thinking about mine. The other one had 2 names because they adopted it, and I don't know, something about some story there too, which I remember this because I told them the Scottish thing. Rhubarb. And it's ironic because I recently learned that someone I know of who's non-binary goes by Rue now, or at least their friend that was bowling with him did. And I was joking about bowling with the person I was just watching this from. She said there was a noise upstairs. I said maybe they're bowling in heaven, and she says, "Oh, it's just our pipes." I says I've got thunderous pipes. But anywho, yeah, what kind of name is Rhubarb or Barb for a dog? Like dogs with people names. I mean, ours kind of, there. I mean, it can work, and I have had dogs with people names, but Katie and Max, and Saturday, but no. My mother's middle name is Anne, and her first name is very similar to Lee, actually. No kidding. Just add something in front of that. So. And that's what it is. Disha is my cat. No reason. Somebody said to me recently they wanted to name their dog after tea, so they named it after food. So they named it Pico, where tea is not really food, but okay. And why I don't know, but okay. All the time, and grandparents had. Oh, I have to say something about that. Of course I do. I have something to say about a lot of things, don't I? You gonna be good, little Sonny? Do you believe in life after love? Does Disha help do the dishes or just jump in the sink? Kind of being funny. I hear that all the time. I live in 103. Oh yeah. I've lived in some old houses. I don't know if I've lived in any that quite that old. I would say the latter half of this. I'll just have to watch that I don't watch. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to see in the first part, and then everyone's family. So maybe from that point on, I'll show this to people. Not that I haven't had full of myself today, but yeah, 100 and yeah, I can't remember. I've lived in some houses that were built in the 60s, I think. That's only 60 years old. Maybe the third night. My mother's house was 1915, I think. Oh, you have to post some videos. Give us a little bit of a tour of that. Is that common where you live, by the way? So it's like a big long thing. That's neat.